We're Kristina and Dale, and we live full-time on our Leopard 40 Catamaran here in Florida. Before this, we started our boat life on a cruiser's yacht, and today we're taking it for one final trip from Melbourne to Stuart to list it for sale. This boat started it all, and we've made so many memories on it with 2 kids and our pup Atlas. So come along for one last ride.
I'm over here packing up the boat. We're about to take a remote deck top out to get sold. Or down to Stuart so that we could list it for sale. We had really cleaned it out, so there was nothing in it. Now we're just bringing over a couple essentials. Kristina's finishing up work for the day. We are now all loaded up, and we just gotta throw off our ropes, our lines. Kristina is still stuck in this work meeting, so typically we do this together, but today I'm gonna be doing it myself because we gotta get out of here while we can. So I am now officially turning off the ACs, turning off our power, and we are going to unhook and get out of here. And we're off, so now we will go ahead and pull out. We got all the ropes undone, and luckily the wind has calmed down for a second for us, so hopefully that makes this nice and easy to get out of. We are now going through our first bridge. It is a lot less stressful than going through in the sailboat, I can tell you that. And got Kristina taking a quick little break from her work before she has to go back into it. Got over to the dock that we wanted to pull into. It turns out that it's not high tide, so we just have to wait for a little bit. Well, unfortunately, the plan did not work. Even in high tide, there was not enough water to get to the dock.
We're gonna watch a show and go to bed. We do not have dinner. The plan was to have dinner and then go to the grocery store. So we're doing a fasting night.
So just getting back on the water this morning. Actually, it's about 10:30. Got a little later start because we had some dilemmas this morning. For one, the water level never did come up. There's a lot of wind pushing from the east today, and it just so happened that really lowered the water level down a lot more than we had anticipated. And so we tried a couple times to get to the dock right at high tide. We're not even able to get close. Yeah, that kind of sucks, but it is what it is. We got to make it down to Stuart. Kristina and I had kind of debated, do we backtrack? Do we go back to our marina? Or back to a different marina that's north of here and park there and Uber to a grocery store or whatever. But that's a good ways backwards, and we really don't want to spend all the time and burn all the fuel in backtracking the wrong way. Hey, Atlas. Hey. All right, so we got our first piece of good news here. Called down Sebastian, which is not too far down the river, and got a hold of Captain Hiram's. It's a restaurant we really like down there. They have a dock. We've been there before in our sailboat with the dinghy that draws almost no water. We know exactly how much water that dock has, about halfway up, because I had to jump out last time to get Kristina's phone out of the water. Yep, we just need to get the Woo! And it's still in camera mode. Hey, look at this. Now it's a continuous video of being on the bottom. But we're about to try to go ahead and get down there so we can get ourselves some lunch, and that will kind of reset our day. It's a bit windy out today.
We're gonna pump the speed up.
All right, yep, it's time for us to go ahead and get there. We're getting hungry and we want some lunch. Hold our cups down, there we go. We just had a team of people come and help us try to dock.
This wind is just so brutal.
This wind is just too much. So, I think we can pull it in a little bit closer. If anything, we lost a little ground here. When he came and retied it, she had it pretty good. Yeah, it was.
One of the more adventurous dockies.
This wind is so strong, and I will say one thing great about boating is there are no shortage of nice people out there that will help you when you need it. They see you struggling to get your boat tied up. They will be there to catch the boat and try to pull it in. We just had this group of people come with a very fancy, probably $1 million boat.
Yeah,
we're out. All right, so we are docked here in Sebastian, and we're gonna get off, get ourselves some lunch.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Here is our favorite place. The locals are kind of over it, but we are not locals here, so we love it. It's Captain Hiram's in Sebastian.
Right.
And you can get on this dock. We can dinghy up here when we have the Catamaran, and they have great food and a great vibe. It's like a dive beach bar, and it's really windy and kind of gray today, but the temperature is perfect.
All right, so we made it.
Did not defeat his chances of
They're doing some
going
charity
to
event here
Academy,
today, but
it has not beaten
fine
him
here.
in
We
riding
got
a
a table.
motorcycle.
We're gonna get some food.
Woo!
he wants to pursue.
No boat trip is complete without some frozen drinks, so cheers.
Come on, Team Chelsea.
All right. Oh man, it's a lot of noise out behind us. We are just pulling into Fort Pierce now. Woo! So we just got to Fort Pierce Marina. It's very windy out today, so it's kind of challenging to get in. We ended up putting it to the end of this this T hanger. But the guy here even recognized us from last time we were here and helped us get set up. Got the water hooked up. So strange because all of a sudden there's tons of water. You could hear the water flowing through the hose. Check it out.
What is that suspicious noise? I hear like we're taking on water. I run down. I see a giant wet spot.
And yep,
Sure
here is the bathroom. The toilet had overflowed. Yeah, we got a water floor full of water right now. We're going to.
I did find a bowl.
Okay.
All right, we came up with a little solution. I found these tubes. Anyway, Dale had the idea to get the bilge pump, and
It
then
was all your idea. No give me any credit here.
he hooked it up to the bilge pump, and we're pumping out the water. Let's go get some food.
It's our last time bringing this boat to Fort Pierce. This is actually the first marina really that we ever kind of came to together.
I think we went to the Bahamas before we came here, but I can't remember.
You might be right. But this is definitely the first place we came with kids.
Yes.
Do you remember what we saw?
And I almost said, oh yeah, an alligator. I missed an alligator. But yeah, that's exactly, we saw an alligator.
We saw an alligator.
That's the only time I've ever seen an alligator in Florida. We just went and grabbed dinner and got a growler fill. We stopped by the local, I won't say it,
I can't.
but the logo is barely on here. But
Oh, it's on the other side?
The
Here, hold it.
Rooted Reef Kava Bar. And every time we come to Fort Pierce, we go to two places. The Sailfish Brewery and the Rooted Reef Kava Bar. Hi, baby. Hi, baby.
Oh. All right, so we are back on the water. We just left Fort Pierce Marina, and now we're heading up to Stuart. Well, just when you think it can't get any better, it starts throwing down torrential rain on us. So here we are now. We get the windshield wipers going at least, so we can see a little bit. And we do have GPS navigation, so we just kind of keep it on the line as well as we can. But yeah. So anyway, we're continuing our journey now in a monsoon. So we stopped last night at Rooted Reef Kava Bar. This is the Kava Bar we really like. It's in Fort Pierce. We've become really Kava drinkers over the last year or two, or it really Kratom, honestly. This is actually a thing of Kratom, but they have these really cool growlers that they just came out with. Drinking booze is old news.
So cute.
So we love this Kava Bar.
Yeah, we do enjoy a good cold beer or a nice brewery, but for the most part, we're pretty sober sailors, and we enjoy the kava or kratom tea. It makes you feel better.
It's a better buzz.
With no hangover.
All right, so we are coming up on our final destination. All right, trying to go through this bridge.
I was just downstairs cleaning up all the mold on the doors. I can't breathe, and Dale's like, I need help. And I was like, why? And I come upstairs, and it's because we're in this tiny little opening.
Look at this. Oh, we're going through the drawbridge. This is fun. One of the few drawbridges that you actually need to get opened by this boat.
We made it to our destination.
All right, we made it. Do you want to hold my hand?
We had to travel through the canal of death. Seriously. But we made it. And our new broker is...
Cool. He's going to let us borrow his truck while we
just
go out and grab some food. Oh, princess. So where are we?
And we have some waters, and I've been craving Mexican food for so long, and it's Dale's least favorite food. And so whenever I get the opportunity to drag them along for Mexican, I'm happy. For the grand reveal.
course, no good day or trip is complete without some ice cream from Wits. A sweet treat. Christina's been saying Christina said she's wanted a sweet treat this whole trip, so finally we got one.
I haven't gotten one. Usually I have one a day.
Hey.
Last sweep of the boat.
Last sweep of the boat. So we just got everything, pulled it out. Shoes off here. Gotta get our sunglasses.
Love you.
Love you too, baby.
We are all packed up and out of the boat.
All right.
Dale's holding our espresso machine.
Last thing to leave.
We don't go
Coffee
anywhere
machine.
without it.
Here's the last of it. So we are just finishing getting all the stuff out of the boat. There's a few extra things that we found that we didn't realize were there, but we got everything we need off the boat, everything that we want to keep. And now we have it as a big pile in the driveway. So let's see if we can get an Uber that can fit all of our stuff.
And Stuart?
So I have two homes. I live in Port St. Lucie.
Oh, nice.
And I also live in Palm Bay.
Oh,
Palm
wait,
Bay.
what? We're clearly not on the cruiser anymore. We are in our spacious catamaran.
It feels good to be home.
It does.
But yeah, it's been a long weekend. It's been a ton of fun. Also, it's just been a kind of a haul at some points. It felt like that. And coming back, it's late, it's raining, and just getting all of our bags into the Uber, an hour and a half drive, getting unpacked over here. But man, it feels good to be home.
It does feel good to be home. And we're so excited to share our sailing adventures with you. This is our first YouTube video, and it happens to be our cruising adventure, but we're excited to be moving into the sailing chapter.
Yes, so thank you so much for watching and joining along in our adventure. And
if you've made it this far and you're not our family, definitely let us know.
So from our floating home to yours.
We will see you in the next voyage.